I'm going to open the special select board meeting of January 20th, 2025. We're here to go over the select board budget and for 25, 26, and hopefully approve it tonight. Linda has given us a present rate of 5.5. That's an estimate because we don't know what the grand list will be at this time.
Do you have to let him in? There's nobody there yet. Oh, that's still.
So I went through, it looks like the town increased 10,200.
Yes, Richard,
It didn't work. Would you read that number to me again?
that's okay. We're gonna keep you on speaker right now. You can listen in.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So it looks like the town increased about 10,200. The highway 71,500. It's about an 82,000 increase over last year. 31,700 less in revenue. The big areas that I see going through were the kennel contract, the highway, the county tax, the audit, insurance for both employees and our town insurances, and the reappraisal. I did see one minor change we could make, and that is under the bridge rental. Because in March of 26, they're gonna start taking the bridge apart, so I anticipate March, April, May, and June, we will not need to rent that bridge anymore.
That's $606.
808.
Oh,
Or
March, April, May, June.
so that would be 108. That would be $808. That's all I could. I did have a question about the gas. It says in the notes that we're gonna take 5,000 out of the fund balance to cover the reduction in gas usage. Does that need to show up as a revenue?
Yeah, you can do it, or you could just, if that year you go over that amount, you would take it out of there.
So I'm trying to find out what the board's intention was. It was your intention, Michael. I mean, is it go into the budget to offset the difference of 40,000?
I didn't know the mechanics, I didn't know what the options were, so I'm not passionate one way or the other. If we are able to give the highway department 35 and then fill in the gaps of our fund balance if we run over, I say we just do that as opposed to shifting revenue and adjusting line items.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear.
So we kept it
From the
at 35.
notes.
Right, we kept it. Can you tell me what the bridge rental or repair went to?
Well, it's just minus $808. Whatever it is.
I know highway went up, but I do think it's worth noting that 40,000 of that is insurance. Roughly.
Why did you leave the paving in?
50, and we still have 23,000 from 24 to carry over.
We're dropping bridge rental repair to 1616. I did want to note that the portalet under Park and Rec, Stuart got back to me and I had 700 in that portion. They did say they wanted it for 6 months instead of the 5. So it went up to 840, so it went up 140. I don't know if you want to drop it.
No, I think 840 is fine.
You all received my email about the tires. They were greater tires that he wants to get and price them. I called a second company and 7,600 is an accurate number.
What did we spend on tires today? Out of curiosity.
I think we're dark low.
We are, okay.
I think.
I know he's bought a bunch. I just was curious if there was a huge surplus. I never thought to ask that when I was making a stink about tires.
I think you ever have a surplus.
I think he thinks he might go over.
Oh, good.
So we spent
Just go like-
9,023 as of December 18.
On tires?
Yep.
So he went over.
Doubled even. Okay.
So if he bought all those tires, then he's just thinking he's gonna need greater tires this next year.
Yes, he said it's pretty much just graders because he said with the new truck and things like that, and he does not cannibalize, but he does take the best tires and when he does the trade-in, he takes and puts the worst.
Yeah.
He saves tires specifically for that. I can see.
Anyone else have any thoughts?
So we're looking at about 100,000 between less revenue and the increase.
For the revenues, the first line designated funds, what?
28,900 is what Kurt designated
Oh, and
in the fund balance. And then the 20,000, there's another 20,000. It should go there somewhere, that Linda,
Yeah, it's there.
yeah, okay. Sounds like my house.
Does the board feel like that they can stand up and support this budget?
This member doesn't feel like we have a choice. I mean, what are we gonna do? What else can we lose? And still operate,
We're not going into the red deeply.
you know,
I mean, you can't do much about the insurances and
Well, that's the big ones. Those are some of the big ones and like having the huge increase in the audit.
Yeah, because I need a single audit. I thought when they told me 17,900, that included the single audit. That was on top.
A lot of these things we're being pressured into doing. I don't think there's anything frivolous. You know, we're pressured into doing a reappraisal and audits and we have no control over county tax.
Oh, I was surprised county tax went up so much.
I did.
yeah, the only thing I can see that seemed like it might be elective to me was the text.gov, which is coming out of Belinda's budget, so that is a wash. And the paving, I mean, I guess could be seen as elective, but I haven't been uptown hill. I don't know what it's like up there.
Bad.
bad.
I trust everybody when they say
It'll be
that.
next year, then it'll be the year after.
It'll be twice as.
And yeah,
Yeah,
it does need some TLC.
yeah, so I mean,
And if you get off your paving schedule, then you get into trouble.
Then you just have to put it in next year and it'll be double, so.
I'll be honest, I do not think they'll turn down this budget. They won't be surprised until they get their tax bill. No.
Well, like you said, why is it that the listers don't have the grand list? Is that a state statute thing? What's the
Yeah.
mechanics?
Yeah,
of that?
they, not until April.
April first is the day, whatever you own on April first is what you're taxed for,
Until.
beginning July first.
It's insanity.
So it's mobile homes, if they move out, or if they come in, they don't necessarily get charged until, or new houses go until next year.
If they're building, inside all winter, we can add that on.
So the odds of us finding a 7-figure between now and April 1 is pretty limited.
I think we could find another million, but I just don't know how much the buyouts are gonna bring us down. I mean, Tom said he's lowered a few of them to just land, but then he's eventually gonna have to take them off because the town doesn't pay taxes for our land.
Well, most of the properties are really low.
Well, maybe total of 500,000.
Except for the Westover property. And that's the land.
Right.
Um,
And we'll make $1,200 on the tax, or 1,500. So,
For the total, 1,500 total.
for the tax.
Oh, tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, tax for the, what.
No.
From.
It used to be that
We didn't. put
1
that
cent would raise 16,000. If they bring it up more, it could be 17.
Tax under miscellaneous.
in. I did wonder why it was so high. Oh, there it is, yeah.
So honestly, at the rate that we're going, we are going to have to find a way to stand up and support 5-cent increases this year, next year. Then the reappraisal hits, the optics might be down, but the revenue will still be up.
Well, the values would be right on, and then the tax rate usually goes down, but their value's higher, so it might even out.
Taxes go up.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
And last year we saved. I mean, it's not gonna be like that every year. I mean, the school saved last year. We only went up 3 cents last
We
year.
had all that ARPA money.
Yeah.
It's gonna
We used
be-
that ARPA money last year to lower it, so.
Yeah, and they had our back too. Now
So it's really good to not drain every line item in a budget because we do need to have fund balances
Yeah.
to help offset some stuff.
And they've got to remember, we've gone through 2 floods in 2 years, and it's just. Our highway needs more stabilization because they're the ones that were hit the most.
But yet the highway budget didn't go up except we didn't really increase it except.
That was that was the point I was trying to make. Highway went up, what'd you say, 74.5, 71.5?
But that was,
71.
it was.
43 is insurance, and 15 is paving. They went from 35 to 50.
and
Yeah,
then-
but they were working on the federal government was paying us to fix all our projects.
Yeah, yes. But I'm just saying their increase was 71,000 and we can account for 60 of it, 65 of it
I don't think anybody's gonna question.
in
the
costs that
increase
we
in
can't
highway.
control, really.
I mean, Flatiron was really fixed up. It's back and raised to. full.
Right.
Yeah.
They're gonna see that, things have improved.
Fix Town Hill. That was a win-win.
Yeah.
Even though it got flooded, if we had to pay for fixing that ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you guys made out pretty well.
That was pretty close to $1 million right there.
Yeah, 856,000.
Maybe more in 2023. The rest of Town Hill, I mean, they haven't given us all of it yet.
Now, if we could get that grant for North Wolcott Road. Would be pleasant.
Okay, if you guys, are okay with it, we'll take a motion then.
Are you entertaining a motion to approve the budget?
Yes,
I will make that motion.
okay.
I'll second.
We have a motion to approve the, Select board's budget in the amount of $1,532,882.21. No, it should be a little bit more. No, you're gonna have to tell me the amount. Because, we added and, we subtracted. didn't we?
Yeah. No. Well, then do I add in the, amount of? Do I add in the police or the?
No.
Appropriations? Okay, so the.
So you've already added in the portal and then that total, so we just need to take 800.
830 for highway is $834,764.
834,
764.
764.
And then general is 697, 310.21. So $697,310.21.
I thought, but didn't we just take out 810 out of the general? Or eight
No,
hundred?
on the highway, yeah.
Like,
It's a little bit more.
and then you
I
took-
go unreported to general. so
and then you
away
took out
from
some for
highway.
bridge repair.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about 800 something. Are you motioning for each budget select board?
No, we're motioning, Richard motioned to approve the select board's budget, that's what this whole thing is called. The amount of $1,532.74.21.
1,500,000.
532.
Uh-huh.
74.21. And Michael seconded it. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Now, Richard, will you come in tomorrow and sign that?
Richard,
What was
Belinda wondered if you could come in and sign the budget tomorrow.
that?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any other business?
Do you want me to talk with the sheriff, Roger? Because in our contract, it does not state what hours.
Yeah, that's not coming up, but that will come out after we approve the amount.
If it is approved.
Yes.
Are you doing the warning tonight, or are you guys gonna come in separately and sign that?
We can't do the warning because we don't know if the VA's, the rural fire is going to be on it or not.
Well, I know they have 26 signatures that I saw at the store. I don't know where else it is.
But don't you have a deadline to get it to the printer?
Yeah, but you had said that this deadline was too early, that you said that.
Well, it is. She always does this to us. You're fighting between a state statute and the printing thing.
Then we had thought that, then you guys last meeting said, well, sometimes this happens and we just have to pay the printer for this extra cost of making these changes.
In other words, we can send the warning as is, and then if we have any change, we'll change it with the revision.
Don't we also, in the bottom of the warning, have the ability to address any other business from the floor? Could we deal with this?
No, it's not, has to be warned.
Okay.
That would be considered non-binding.
Yeah, non-binding. Anything that's on the warning has to be addressed, other than at the end, sometimes towns put non-binding business. Like when the mayor was elected. Where is he tonight? Sleeping?
Ran down the hall.
He doesn't want to spend money. He's gone.
Honestly.
Wet food.
Doesn't like auto dog barking.
I know.
All right,
So are you going to print them out a clean copy so they can
Yes,
sign
I can go
it?
do that now. Are ready to.
And then I would say the warning. If you guys could stop by maybe the next couple of days and just sign it. But you have to approve it?
Until the last thing's on it.
Right, but what I mean is, do you have to approve it tonight to sign it?
Well, I think we have approved it in past meetings, haven't we, that we put the article about, moving the sheriff, we put the article about the
Myself,
conservation of our land.
Right.
We put the article about you receiving a salary.
right,
The rest are just,
Appropriations if they make it in.
right,
yeah, and we've got the appropriations so far. Michelle wanted to know if we should do, put a placeholder, put in the rule one, and then if it change it at the last minute, if they don't get their signatures. I don't know.
I would do that.
What was the total of the appropriation they were asking for, $200?
$1. But they are trying to get signatures.
Okay, I'll take a motion to adjourn while we wait, and then we'll wait for signing. Thank you, Richard.
We knew you would, I'll second.
Those in favor? Opposed? So carried.
You guys have 526 or 527?
7.
Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night. I think I carried my phone around.